Okay, so Colby, we were just talking about, how I approach my boss and how I kind of overcome those fears. And you made a great point about it not being longevity, but really providing value. So where would you say a good starting point is for someone who's thinking, I know I provide value, but I feel like I need to quantify that a little bit more.
Sure. So I think getting direct feedback from the people that you work with is step number one. So whether it's your boss, whether it's your coworkers, whether it's your employees, this is I like this little hack. This one question that you can ask is simply, how have I been able to help you? Right. And this, I like this question for a couple of reasons. One is it's very direct.
Yeah.
They're not beating around that bush. And secondly, it's super personal. It's not about what am I good at, it's about how have I impacted you directly? Because ultimately that is the question you are trying to answer for whatever decision maker you're coming up against. Is how have I helped you? How have I made your life easier? And what is the value of that? And so it could be time, it could be money, it could be risk. Looking for those specifics is key, but I think first of all, start with saying, how have I been able to help you? And then write all that down and then say, great, I will make sure to continue to do more of that moving forward. Speaking of, what can I do better for you as we go forward here? And write all that stuff down too. So you don't make it a simply one-sided kind of ego boosting conversation. You make it reciprocal. But this gives you understanding, because the other thing is too, is what I find is that people who are really good at what they do, they lose perspective on the value of it because it's no longer hard for them. They've
That's
become masters. Yeah, they've become experts at it. And
Mhm.
so the four-letter word that I tell my clients to stop using is the word just. I just do this. I just do that. Well, I'm just helping you. And that simple word like deflates all the great value that you're bringing. So take that out of your vocabulary as well and really own what you do. Somebody else can see that as well.
And just to clarify, how many people would you recommend you go to in your company? Like peers, subordinates, supervisors? Who are you
I think
getting feedback from?
all over the board, right?
Okay.
Like, you could start with three. You could start one at each level, right? One above you, one to the side of you, and one below you.
Okay.
Talk to people who you've worked on projects with. You even talk to your own clients as well. Like that, we don't tend to do a lot of personal feedback in our busy day to day. And so if you can build that in, you get great feedback, you get great actionable feedback. And then two, it helps you own it more. Hearing it out of somebody else's mouth is a nice confirmation that you do know what you're doing. And it allows you to then use that evidence the next time you try to vouch for yourself. So instead of saying, I'm amazing, I'm the best, give me a raise, you say, well, based on the feedback that I've gotten from these three people, this is how I'm adding value. And I think that value has, this amount of dollar amount added onto my yearly annual salary.
Okay. That's awesome advice. Thank you.